how do we make tough decisions? This is one of the hardest things that we can ever make for our life, because this could really impact our future. This could really impact who we become later on in life. But maybe not. I'm a huge believer that everything happens for a reason. And if you're maybe have like an overthinker mindset like me, someone that thinks about multiverses, someone that thinks about, wow, what if I went this route? Wow, what if I did this? I hate to break it to you. You constantly think about that, you're gonna stress yourself out. You're gonna constantly think about the what if in your mind, and this will drive you crazy. Don't do it. I don't recommend it. Leave it to the pros. Leave it to me. I'll do it. No, I hate even doing it for myself. But when you think about that, it doesn't help you. What you gotta think about is, when you gotta make a tough decision, don't think about the what if. Think about a pros and cons list. Don't listen to anyone else. Like, don't listen to your parents, don't listen to your friends, don't listen to anyone you hear off of social media. What you need to listen to is your gut. You need to listen to your heart. You need to listen to what are you telling yourself, because at the end of the day, it's all up to you. And I know how scary, but also how exciting of how fulfilling your future could truly be. Now, let me run back the idea of not listening to your parents, because that could be really horrible advice, and this could be twisted to a really bad what I'm trying to portray. So, when I say don't listen to your parents, don't be a dick. I mean, definitely still listen to what they have to say, but from my experience, from what I hear from my parents, they mean well. They really do. I love them, but they don't know what I go through. They don't know what I see. And I'm not trying to be naive or anything, but also, everyone is different, right? Their timeline was different back in the 80s, right? From someone that have an opportunity in the 21st century, right? Everyone's opportunity is different. Everyone's timeline was different. Everyone sees things a little bit different. Maybe they might try to figure out of how they see it. That, okay, I understand. But at the end of the day, you know what's best for yourself. That's it. Don't try to figure it out, like, having someone build step by step for you, because you're not going to want that. And if you do, it's just going to be, you're not going to live a very fulfilling life, in my opinion. But that's what I'm saying with don't listen to your parents. Again, have an open mind when they try to help you out. Don't be an asshole about it. But when we have to make a tough decision, you also want to not only think about going with your guts, but you also want to do a little logic. I'm a huge logical person. I don't like to run off of, like, go with the flow. And I've been trying to go with that more lately, just because, like, it's a little bit better for your mental health. Because when you're logical, when you're trying to overanalyze things, when you're trying to figure things out by step, by details, it can be very draining. And sometimes at the end of the day, you can't overplan it. You can't figure it all out. You're just a person. I mean, sometimes you do have to go with the flow. But with that being said, I will add in, try to analyze, try to figure out the details, try to figure out the information, create a pros and cons list, and try to figure out what you can learn from that decision that you have to make. Because even though the decision that you might have to make could be very scary, it also could be also exciting. It could work out tremendously really great for you, or it could work out horribly. It might work out terrible, your life goes downhill, and that's when you realize your life went haywire. But even if it does, it's the way you think about it. And sometimes when things go south, it leads to something better than we can even imagine, right? When you watch a movie, right, you always find out the main character always doing something, building it up, it's about to work out, and then all of a sudden, everything changed, everything flopped, everything goes south, and then a whole new idea and a whole new, like, thing just escalate. It's like, whoa, I did not see that coming. Sometimes that can happen. So, I mean, that's really the way you look at it. Another thing you want to really think about is, how does this align to your value? How does this align to your goals? If you have goals in life, which I hope you do, and if you don't, that's okay, because maybe I'll make a future video for you. For the people that don't have goals yet, again, it's okay, but I'll make a video for that too, because I was in your boat at one point. But for the people that have goals, or about to try to figure out your goals, try to figure out the decision that you're making that aligns with your goals. Because when you have that, you have a very clear picture. You have a very clear view of what you kind of want in life. And that's really good to have, when you have an idea of what you really want. Priorities will change throughout time, no question about it. But the goals overall will not, And what I really mean by goals is something small but big. And something big is like making a lot of money, owning your own business, having a family, building your own house. I know so many guys that their dream was to build their house and have a family, and that's awesome. I mean, I wish I could, excuse me, I wish I can build a house. And all right, we're getting a little off topic, but that's what I mean by just having a goal and make sure your decision aligns with your goal. Another thing you want to also ask yourself are the risks behind it, right? It might be a high reward, high risk. And if that's something that you might encounter, you gotta also understand the fundamental of the risks that you might have to take, the consequences of you taking this decision and you taking this action. I will admit, consequences are terrible. I mean, they suck, and we will always have to maybe pay them, but sometimes it's worth knowing that to get the high rewards, And I'm not talking about gambling. Please do not gamble your whole life saving towards crypto or going to the casino. I'm talking about maybe a career goal, dream goal, investment wise for a business, or maybe even with a financial advisor. That's what I mean. I don't want. I don't mean by any mean gambling. And then at the end of the day, I mean, once you figure all that. Then it just goes trusting the process, trusting with the flow, trusting the journey, but most importantly, trusting in yourself. And that's all you can do. Hope for the best, but expect for the worst. That's one of the best advice I ever got from my dad. And I think it hit me the most because sometimes things didn't always work out, but I always try to be a little hopeful because that's what we stay alive for. That's what the world really needs, right? You need that hope. If you don't have hope, then it's you're only going blindsided, right? You gotta have that hope in order to survive through what you're pursuing in life. But yeah, I would say just trusting the process. I know it's gonna be hard in the beginning, but in 2, 3, maybe 4 months, it'll all be worth it. And maybe not, and it's okay. Things will maybe not work out, then rinse and repeat, try a new idea. But that's all it really matters. That's what it goes for, right? Alright, I'm gonna clock out. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. I'm gonna try to make it tomorrow. I'm working on posting every single day. I really am. Mostly because of what I made the video maybe a couple days ago, trying to improve my being well spoken. And I see a little bit improvements, but again, I am my worst critic, so I don't really know. I did it again, but I'm trying to cut out the because the reason why I don't want those is because it doesn't sound professional. But then again, it's just a YouTube video, so. Alright, now I'm gonna clock out now. I will see you guys definitely tomorrow. But yeah.